So, I'm recording. I hate you so
Guess what? Guys, the channel's brand new. I only have like 2 videos up and I already got beef with the bigger creator. Sean Fury, copyright struck my I Love Sean Fury video! I just want to thank my mom for not believing in me. So, quarantine, it's been a time. It's been kind of weird because we've all kind of forgotten like norms and stuff like that. And we have like new norms. I'm not gonna do the whole, it's been trying times, it's been so different. The world is different. But I am gonna talk about some new hobbies that I got into. Not new, but newer, not newer, old ones. You know what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
I'll fight you. I am gonna talk about an old hobby that I got back into, books. That's what this video is about. I recently got back into reading books, which I absolutely adore.
Where's the pop? Get the pop out! Give it to me, I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all! Y'all not gonna get a sleep cause of me!
I was literally that reader in school. I had like the AR tags. Yeah, remember those? Dripping from my neck. I had that ice drip, that AR tag drip. 50 points, bro. So some books I read this month have been mostly rom-coms. All rom-coms. All of them have been rom-coms. You never go into a rom-com thinking you're gonna learn about the meaning of life. None of these rom-coms talk about the meaning of life, but they're good, they're cute. So we're gonna start off with the Wedding Date series. I didn't even know it was a series, but after I read the first one, I was like, ooh. So Jasmine Guillory wrote a series of books where for every single one of them, the main
Cry Jesus, not me, 'cause I throw hands.
So Jasmine Guillory wrote a series of books where every single one, the main character is a black woman. Which I know what you're thinking, BET, Jet Magazine? No, stop it. I really love the fact that it's a story where like black people are just being people and like the main issue isn't like racism, Lena Waithe. It's like refreshing. So the first book, the main character, her name is Alex. She meets this dude in an elevator. It's very much the whole fake dating trope. I very much fell for it because in the very first chapter, Drew and Alex get stuck in the elevator and Drew's there for his ex's wedding. He doesn't have a date. He doesn't want to look schmopey. He doesn't want to look lame. So he's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Hey, hot girl, haha, me and you, I can get you the buffet table. They got snacks. She was like, ooh, which I also would have been like, ooh, about like. And honestly, it's really, really cute. I'm mad about how cute it was because I went in thinking it was gonna be like a crock of nonsense, like, oh, wow, they met in an elevator, and they went on a wedding date, and it's called Wedding Day. But I'm telling you, there were parts of the book where Drew would say something, like he's the main dude, and I'd just be like, stop it, you stupid. I'm not even kidding. He was so cute. And then when they were fighting, I would get too into the fights. Upsettingly so. As always, there's always an issue that happens like halfway through the book where they like break up and they get back together at the end. Their issue was that just lack of communication, which is an issue in every single rom-com, hikey. Alex didn't think that Drew was really into her. Drew was into her, but he had his own dumb issues. His hang-up was something like, he always thinks he ruins every relationship that he's in, so he might as well ruin it before it gets ruined by him, which, what type of self-fulfilling prophecy is that? But oh my God, it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm like trying to teeter on the edge of like telling you about the book without spoiling the book for you, but it's very, very worth it. Until you get to the second book in the series, The Proposal. Let me tell you something. Jasmine Guillory, look me in the eye and tell me that you didn't phone that one in. It is so obvious that this book is just to set up for the rest of the series. Like she wrote Wedding Day and thought it was gonna be a standalone book, and then she saw that check from Scholastic and was like, oh. And then she's like, let me write a series. The second book is literally just setting up for all of the other books that are gonna come after it. Like I think another book is coming out like in July this year. I think it's like the 5th book in the series. So they're introducing other new characters. They're like giving more depth to certain characters. And the romance that's happening in The Proposal is literally, you ever get a bowl of ice cream and then it melts? But it's not like it's hot outside, it just like melts because temperature. You come back to it and there's like some cold bits throughout it, but it's like mostly just like ice cream milk. The Proposal is the sticky stain that the bowl leaves on the counter. Is that a lot? Nah, it's not. I'm telling you, I am so quick to read books. It usually would take me like a day, maybe a day and a half to read like 600, 800 pages or something like that. This book took me weeks. This book took me so long because I would just start reading and then they would start flirting or something and I'd be like, I don't care. And then I was just like, it was so hard for me not to just like to skip pages or just skip entire chapters because I literally did not care about the main characters at all. Has that ever happened to you? Where you're reading, you're watching something, the main characters walk across the screen and you're still like, ugh, but you're sticking it out because you're like the other characters. Because I've heard so many good things about the rest of the series and I know this book is just setting up for the rest of the series. So I just, I stuck it out and it was so dumb. It was not good. But I'm on the third book right now. This one. So if you are gonna read this at home or if you find them at the store, it goes this one, and then 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 this one. Yeah. This one I don't think has come out yet. Yeah. But oh my god, it's so cute. The first one. It's cute. It's real cute. So in that vein of, you know, getting back into things that we used to be really, really into, I might have picked up an old manga. Okay, one of the first mangas I've ever read was Skippy. And it was TikTok's fault because like I saw a TikTok that someone was just now watching the Skippy anime, but the dub version of it, and it was a scene where this one character. Okay, so the plot of Skippy is that there is a girl, her name's Kayo. Go. Wow, did I read it? So there's a girl, her family is dead and she lives with her best friend and his family raises her. They own like a tea shop, like / onsen Japanese hotel. Did I read this book? If you are gonna read Skippy, it's definitely one of those books where you just kind of like, you hear them when they talk about how old people are and you just kind of ignore it. You have to, because like if you think too much about ages and stuff, you're gonna be like, 911, I have an emergency. Because at the beginning of the story, she's 15 and she dropped out of school with the dude, his name is Kayo. Is his name Kayo? What is his name? Sorry, it's like a pause so I can Google the characters' names. Definitely completely slipped my mind. In my defense, sometimes when I read books or movies or anything that's like in a different language, like I'll see the person's name and then I know I'm not pronouncing it right and it kills me to pronounce things like incorrectly. I'm not gonna call it a tortilla or a jalapeno, like it's not gonna happen. So in my head I'll just say space, like, and then like, but like every space I just know, oh that's that girl's space. And that dude, I don't, but I'm sorry. Kyle. Okay, the Kyoko show read. So the story starts where Kyoko is 15 and her and Sho have ran away from home. And she is supporting him. She's working like 3 different jobs, like at McDonald's and Whataburger and like a babysitter and like a delivery, DoorDash, whatever person to support Sho because he wants to be a celebrity. And honestly, when you think about like the finances of it, it doesn't really make any sense because like when the story starts, he's already kind of popular and he's already doing pretty well. So I don't know why she has to work like 3 different jobs to support him and everything he's doing, but she is. And so she like left work early one day and brought him his favorite meal. When she wanted to like be like, oh hey, Sho, here's your food. This dude was talking the hottest of mess. Oh, it makes my blood boil. He was just like, oh, she's like a maid. I don't even like that girl. She's lame, bro. She's obsessed with me. So she literally snaps and she's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna destroy you. And then becomes the biggest acting superstar in Japan. She hates him. She becomes the biggest star, but in the midst of becoming the biggest star, she like realizes that she really loves acting for herself. And then she also falls in love with this dude who is actually the #1 male actor in Japan. His name is Ren. And then you also find out they used to be childhood friends or whatever, but that doesn't really matter. But it's really cute, but it's like the basic like Japanese trope, really cute. And oh my god, we love it. But see, that's what I'm talking about where you have to ignore the ages. If I had heard about Skippy now, as an adult, I would not read it. But I read it as a child, so I kind of went, I guess that's kind of weird, but I guess it's okay. Because when you're little, when you're younger and you hear age differences, you're like, I mean, I guess. But when you're older, you're like, no. Kyoko, she's 15. Sho, I think, is also like 15. 15, 17 maybe. So even the 17 to 15, you're like, ooh. Ren is 22. And they all just, in the manga and also in the anime, they really get into method acting. So that's her biggest thing. That's why she's so amazing at it. She'll like get so completely into a character that she'll forget who she is. And one of the characters that she plays is that she's the little sister of Ren, the love interest. So that was interesting because Ren has feelings for Kyoko and he knows he has feelings for her, but he like tries to keep it at bay because like, oh, it's so professional and also she's so young. But when they do the whole like brother-sister acting thing, he like lets his feelings show, which is just a whole other can of worms. You kind of just want to go, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna move that back here. But the saving grace of Skippy is that it's hilarious. I remember like choking on my like water, Gatorade, Poke Sticks, plantain, poo-poo. I was just like, I completely so funny, so incredibly hilarious. Totally worth the read. The only thing is that it's not finished. So if you want heartbreak because of like getting into something that's totally not even finished, not even close to being finished, this Game of Thrones, this is definitely the thing to get into. Next, I read Not That Kind of Guy. Main plot line, a girl named Bridget has been dating the same guy for the last like 12 years of her life. They're like 30 something. And she realizes that she didn't actually love him. She just kind of was going along with like the motions, like, oh, we dated in middle school, we should date in high school, we dated in high school, we should date in college, we're in college, we should just keep dating. And then we're still adults, we're dating, we should get married, we should have kids. Ooh, I guess. And then she's like, I actually don't like this guy at all. So they break up. Issue is that he's besties with like her brother and like her entire family because he basically grew up with them. So when her brother gets married, he's like a groomsman and she has to see him again at the whole wedding party thing and she doesn't want to be alone. It's kind of the same plot as Wedding Day, but instead of taking a random person meets an elevator, she takes her intern. I know what you're thinking, that sounds kind of illegal. They waited until the internship was over. So they all go to Las Vegas together for the bachelorette party. I can see it in your eyes that you're kind of already getting to what happens next. Her and the intern accidentally get married. You know, as you do in Las Vegas, happens all the time to everyone. And then they leave Las Vegas and they're like, oh crap, we are married. What do we go from here? And then shenanigans ensue and love happens. But he's a billionaire. Did I say billionaire? Billionaire. So she wants for nothing at the end, and I very much think that's a life everyone deserves. You deserve a billionaire. You go get it. Go grab them. They're walking around. No, that's kidnapping. Anyway, last thing I read was the To All the Boys series. Now, if you're someone who watched the movies, I'm sure you're like, wait a moment. Those weren't all that good. Noah Centipede, he said things.
It matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others.
Peter Kavinsky in the book is 10 million times worse than Peter Kavinsky in the show. I am not even kind of kidding. So in the movie, on the Netflix movie, the first one, you find out that Peter had been lying to Lara Jean for like maybe like a month or two. The book's even worse. Turned out he wasn't just lying to her for months, he was lying to her for like the entire semester. And also he's way dumber. And I don't mean like dumb like academically, I mean dumb like common sense and also like his interests. I don't know if Peter Kavinsky has interests. I don't know if he just like stares off in the distance and like licks rocks. And it's painful to read because Lara Jean's character is so obviously like a young teenage girl who's just really excited to be in a relationship for the first time and really excited that a guy is showing her attention. She deserves so much better. Did someone say John Ambrose? I said John Ambrose. And then as the books go on, it gets worse and worse because in the first one, there's all that nonsense with the hot tub. The second one, they do break up for like half a second, but then they get back together as they always do. It's so upsetting. The third one really is the one that really, because the third book is when they're dealing with college stuff. Their plan for college is that they're gonna go to the same college, right? He's gonna play college football, she's gonna do actual college stuff. Not coming for college football players. But then she doesn't get in, she gets waitlisted. She is devastated. He's kind of like, oh, it's fine, you just go to community college. His plan was that she was gonna go to community college for a year and then transfer to his college. And she's like, I don't want to. Luckily, her best friend, who, oh my gosh, she's a gem. I am really happy with that change that they made in the movie where they get her together with this guy, because like everyone deserves nice things, and that's a nice thing she deserves. She's like, how about we just go look at the other college you did get into? Because she does get into UNC Charlotte, which is a school her mom went to. And when they go there, they look around and she's like, you know what? I actually really like this place. It's actually really bomb. That's a really cool place. I really love it. And when she came back and told Peter, Peter lost a little mind. He's like, no, you can't leave me. We can't not go to the same college. And because he's scared that she's gonna break up with him if they go to different colleges, which he should be scared about that because she should break up with him. Oh my God, I hope she does break up with him. His plan is to reject his like athletic scholarship that he got to the school they were going to go to, and instead go to UNC with her to make sure that they're gonna stay together. But then because he was doing this like so late in the game, he'll only be getting like a half scholarship or something. So literally Peter's mom like calls Lara Jean and like calls her over to her house and literally has a sit down, come to Jesus moment with her. And it's like, please do not let Peter do this. We are poor. We cannot afford college. The only way he'd be able to go there is because of football. Do not let him do this. He's not gonna listen to me. And I was like, whoa, that's sad. That was a whole sad moment right there. I don't like that at all. Oh. Then Peter gets mad because he's like, I can't believe you're doing this to me. I can't believe you're telling me to go to a different college. You're so selfish, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, what? Because then there's another weird scene where like she was going to like lose her virginity to him, but then he gets mad that she was going to sleep with him because he's like, you were only going to sleep with me to say goodbye. Because that's their logic. That makes sense to them. Unfortunately, they do get back together at the end of the book at her dad's wedding. But here's my thing. God is good. Okay? And he wants the best for all of his children. Peter is not going to the same college as Lara Jean, but do you know who is? John Ambrose! Yes! Because the other thing is that like UNC and the college that that Peter's going to, I think it's like 4 hours apart, which is like, for me, someone from Texas, a 4-hour drive is not that bad. Northerners, you might as well never see that person ever again. So in my mind, what I'm thinking is happening is that year one, Lara's like, oh no, it's so hard because Peter's far away. Oh, but you know who is here? My study buddy, John Ambrose. Because her and John Ambrose actually had the same like things in common. They were into the same books. They both did Model UN together. They made sense, please. But like I said, God is good. And he wants good for his children. So that's some things I read this month. I think some things I'm going to try to read in this next month. This, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. But we shall see. If I don't have a video next month talking about these books, then you know I failed and we shall not talk about it. Cool? Cool.